All of the massacres. Now, it's very interesting. Do you see, because I have been counting, it became quite evident that between the regime, the administration of El-Rufai and Obasani, something was wrong. There were no longer mass killings in Kaduna.
So guys, I want you to take a look at this headline. And it says, Nigerians constitute 90% of Christians Kpai worldwide annually. U.S. Congress clears Trump to impose crippling sanctions on Tinubu's government. Honestly, many Christians have gone. Many Christians have gone in Nigeria. Now, there are questions as to why were there the buying of many Christians during El-Rufai's regime as the governor of Kaduna State. Anyway, guys, let's get into the gist. So, guys, we all know that there are possibilities that Peter Obi might be working with El-Rufai in 2027 presidential election. But I tell you, there are some worrisome headlines, that have been flying over the social media. Like yesterday or so, El-Rufai's son tweeted a tweet that, that sent shocking wave, to many Nigerians. Now, this is what he tweeted. Like this headline said, Southern Kaduna people will keep getting kpied if they attack Fulani herdsmen, El-Rufai's son says in a deleted tweet. But Nigerians are very smart. So before he even deleted that tweet, Nigerians have already saved it. Some of them have already screenshotted it. And this is actually the tweet that he tweeted. It's really so shameful that people can still come out in this 21st century to make this kind of statement openly. And he said, it is your... I don't even know how to use these languages that he used here. It is your mother that is an elephant. And Southern Kaduna residents will keep seeing shege if they continue to attack indigenous Fulani herdsmen. Oloshi. You can imagine. You can just you see the kind of languages that he used here. We know that El-Rufai is somebody who is an extremist, and during El-Rufai's reign or his rule as the governor of Kaduna State, the Christians really suffered. There was a lot of buying of people, and now Mr. Chidi Odinkalu is questioning why were there more buying of Southern Kadunas under the leadership of El-Rufai than the current governor, Obasani. We know during El-Rufai, Buhari was in power. Every time there was attack, El-Rufai will never visit. He will never visit Southern Kaduna. If you can remember, there was a woman leader from Labour Party then that was kpied. In short, these Fulanis, they went all out on the Christians in Southern Kaduna, and they were crying for help. Nobody was there. But do you know that after this current governor took over, since then, you hardly hear of any attack. So people are trying to, correlate what happened then and what is happening now. I'm going to allow you to take a look at how Mr. Odinkalu presented it. He's still asking this question. What has changed? How come people were buying under El-Rufai than the way they are being buying today? In short, we don't even know if there's any buying happening in Southern Kaduna at the moment. You really hear that there was an attack or any of those. But under El-Rufai, it was something else, So sometimes these are some of the things that discourages people when they hear that he wants to work with Peter Obi in SDP. You begin to wonder, this person's ideology does it even align with Peter Obi's ideology? Anyway, I'm going to allow you to take a look at the video where Odinkalu questions El-Rufai. Why many Kaduna residents? Why were they kpied? Many more people were kpied under El-Rufai, Christians, than the current governor. Take a look.
Now, all of the massacres, now it's very interesting. Do you see, because I have been counting, it became quite evident that between the regime, the administration of El-Rufai and Obasani, something was wrong. There were no longer mass killings in Kaduna. So I started counting. And the gradient the diminution in terms of mass killings in Kaduna, in southern Kaduna in particular, is extraordinary. How is that so? It's not because our soldiers have kind of improved or we have more numbers or anything. How does a governor inflame a society so much that all you can do is count the killed and the missing and the decapitated?
Wow.
That is the question. And all of this thing, and so he wakes up today and he's comparing himself with Obieze Kwesele. And the last time I was with you, I told you how he plotted to have me in jail.
Yeah.
And I have so many other people. My lawyer had to go to court. Doria Balasin had to go to court to get an expedited order to preserve her freedom while she was working on my case. Because El-Rufai wanted the backsides of both myself and my lawyer. And my lawyer was representing Audu Mekori, whom El-Rufai abducted from Lagos, took to Kaduna, and Audu nearly died. Audu got exiled as a result of that. Stephen Kefas, he abducted from Port Harcourt. And Stephen was kept in detention in Kaduna for over 6 months. Stephen nearly died.
Rufai did all of this.
I am naming names because I worked on all of these cases, quite apart from my own, which is still in court. Audu's case, he has taken to the Supreme Court. He lost at the High Court. He lost at the Court of Appeal, El-Rufai, and is now at the Supreme Court. Now, I could go on, actually. My pinned tweet on my X handle is of El-Rufai, just a sampling of El-Rufai's atrocities.
Interesting.
And I could discuss him until the day after eternity. And to see him, and I'll tell you one thing. The day El-Rufai announces this his thing to try and become president, I will declare my full support for Tinubu to run in 2031.
Thank you.
Now, all of the massacres, now it's very interesting.
So guys, you have seen it. That was a question from Mr. Odinkalu, and actually there's a lot of meaning, a lot of sense in what he's asking. There's a lot attached to it. Just you critically analyze what Mr. Odinkalu is saying here. You know that there is something to really dig deep into. So we saw the Fulanis coming after the southern Kaduna as people were running away, leaving their houses. Many of them have migrated to different parts of Nigeria because they can't withstand it. And majority of these people are Christians. Their land, Fulanis that came from other parts of the world, are now taking over their land. You see, when people begin to say, you know, Namdi Kanu used to say, why are there only Fulani governors, Fulani emirs, Fulani leaders? The Hausas, are they going into extinction? People don't know anymore. The Hausas, who are the indigenous owners of the north, they appear to be going into extinction. And you've seen what has happened in Nigeria. Tinubu has come in, he's quiet. How the Fulanis came into Nigeria, went into communities, sacked communities. They've taken over those places. They are living there. People are now in IDP camps. And possibly many people have died in that IDP camps. They can't go back. So Fulanis have it directly or indirectly. Do you know how many IDP camps we have in this country? We even have in places like Edo State. There was a time they wanted to move them to Imo State. All these IPOB boys, they refused. They refused that if they dare bring them to Imo State, that they are going to see. So across the nation, everywhere you have IDP camp people. And the Tinubu's government is not doing anything. No promise of the government, nothing. Sometimes you just keep wondering if these leaders, once they get into office, if they will be hypnotized, they will just lose their senses, they will be manipulated, they will, in short, you won't even know how to describe the way these people will start leading the country. How come Tinubu is not talking? There's a lot of buying going on in the country. These Fulani headsmen are buying many people. Tinubu is not saying anything because he's interested in second term. The IDP people who were there in IDP camps, Tinubu is not saying anything on how to sack these Fulanis and replace the rightful owners back to their communities. No politician is coming and making promises as regards to that. So now, Peter Obi wants to work with Bala Mohammed. He's a Fulani man. Peter Obi wants to work with El-Rufai. El-Rufai is a Fulani man. And you can see the kind of tweets that these are extremists. It will be difficult for Peter Obi to even do what he wants to do, working with this kind of people. And then tomorrow now, people will be criticizing him that the essence of, him being voted for is not being achieved. So I'm just thinking that I don't think these people are the right people for Peter Obi to work with. But politics in Nigeria forces one to do what the person does not want to do. You can imagine Peter Obi aligning himself with people like this. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.
Corrupt to the core. And eventually when Biafra gets its freedom, which he will do, whether you people want it or not, there were 679 male youths murdered by the military in Biafra land. In a Commonwealth country, you tell me any other Commonwealth country where nearly 700 people are murdered in 40 days and you don't broadcast it. Why? Why can you keep quiet? The atrocities that are happening there would not be allowed in any other country in the world. And yet you accept it because you're corrupt. You are corrupt to the core. And eventually when Biafra gets its freedom, which he will do, whether you people want it or not, then the truth will come out and it will not look favourable on the UK. Because when the UK loses all its interests in Africa, which again it will do because the African countries are sick of being ruled by corrupt people. And the biggest corruption of all is from the UK. No two ways about it. And when the African countries are free, nobody will come to bail out the UK. I'm telling you now, because of everything you've done throughout the world. We say you can't rewrite history. No, you can't. Yes. But you can try and change the future. Yes. And you have no regard whatsoever for human life. It's as simple as that. Yes. You talk about Black Lives Matter. It matters nothing to you whatsoever. In fact, no lives matter to you as long as it doesn't affect the ruling of your resources which you're getting from the African countries. So, but we'll be back here. We'll be back here again, and we'll be back here until you listen and you allow Biafra a referendum and they will be free. God bless. All hail Biafra.
Yesterday, he said something that Nnamdi Kanu is a higher reality. When somebody says that somebody is a higher reality, that Nnamdi Kanu is stubborn and intelligent, and to an extent, Nigeria cannot be able to entertain him in their own court, because Nnamdi Kanu have a clear understanding and broader view of what he is into and what is fighting for. And in the reality of it, the way he sees it, I'm quoting Binta Yakona that has been rescued from the case. So for him to have addressed Nnamdi Kanu as a higher reality, it means that Nnamdi Kanu is beyond what Nigerian Supreme Court or judgment can offer. She knew that Nnamdi Kanu has already defeated Nigeria in their own court. So, and Nigeria having gone through all these things and having thrown almost all the judges in Nigeria, nobody is interested to address Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now called the attention of the Judicial Commission to look into it, where Tosho, of course, was being agreed to reassign. Let me tell you clearly, they are working closely with the government, the way I'm seeing it, whether political solution or not, that does not matter. What matters is that Nnamdi Kanu has paid the price. What you are seeing there is one of the requirements of the United Nations. What I are seeing there is a very big and larger CV, a broader CV to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And at the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring an advancement to Biafran recognition all over the world. And that is the news, and that is the breaking news this morning, that the judge that has already been reassigned to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already issued a secret statement that I'm going to free this guy because he has nothing against anybody. There's no court that can try him. That Namdi Kanu can only go to ICC and be tried in ICC. And even at ICC, Namdi Kanu will still beat them completely. So I can tell you the depth of what the man is already saying. That the type of man saying Namdi Kanu can only be tried in ICC, not in Nigeria courts. So that's what the picture, and that's what it means by a higher reality. Somebody in terms of it, the Bintayaka acknowledge that Biafra is a reality, but the person that is driving is a higher reality. So we must understand what these people mean, and the recognition, the support that is coming from all over the world, the European Union, the AU, the statement made recently by the congressmen, and of course some Britain and American activists talking about how to save the Christians in Nigeria. And of course, because of what happened to one Sunday Jackson, where a certain court, the same court again, sentenced a man that will defend himself to death for defending himself. And these are the things they want to do in River State. These are the things they want to do in Namdi Kanu. But you can see Namdi Kanu's, confrontation. You understand? So that he busted outbursts. He confronted the demons. He called Nigerian judiciary a shrine. He called Nigerian judiciary a fraternity. He called Nigerian judiciary a court of Fulanis, a court of murderers. That is what it means. And that is how we came to a point whereby now everybody is going to step on the direction of how to liberate Christians. They cannot say this over the years, so many years ago. But the Fulanis are using, some Arab Yorubas to be caging people who are exposing the real secret. How come the Arab world? You can see what the Murik is saying in Southwest here. We don't want you. If you declare war, if this you want war, we'll give it to you. We want this kind of. See, it's going to be between Northern Muslims and Biafran Christians. As simple as that. Northern Muslims, that's Nigerian Muslims. What I mean by Northern Muslims, I mean Nigerian Muslims and Biafran Christians. And that is what the world is looking at. Consistently, the Christians have been murdered. Consistently, they are victims, of conquest. Consistently, I mean, everybody is looking at that. Russia, America, Israel, they are looking at that, and they're coming up with a plan gradually. If you look at the body language coming from the Republicans, the congressmen, the American government, and so far, you know definitely that the time for balkanization of Nigeria has come. And victory, and support, and recognition, immortalization is going to go to the man Binta Iyako described as a higher reality.
If you are watching again, kindly subscribe, on notifications, click the like button, and then share this video with others. Mr. Chinedu, we are looking at the fact that over the weekend, Vladimir Putin was met by some Biafra agitators. Is that a sign? Because we know how Russia is very powerful in the world. The US is talking, Israel is talking. It's not a sign that this Biafra is not a joke.
Yes, let me tell you, in 1885, where the British spy went and sold a dummy in Berlin, where they shared Africa, a British spy went and told the world that these people should not be allowed to exist. And that was what brought the attention and the wickedness of Igbos by the British. But now, nobody is going to sell that kind of dummy again. Everything has a expiring date. What we are seeing there is not beyond transactional approach and bilateral relationship that will be established very soon. Remember, Nigeria is struggling. Do you know why Dollar Tinubu is always in France? We know why he's always in France. Because France is losing out completely from the Sahel nation. And it is only Nigeria that can come to the rescue. And we can see now to an extent that even why Macron approached Donald Trump on the issue of to turn down the Biafra recognition, Donald Trump refused in the White House. We saw it clearly. This is not a hidden thing. And Russia is coming into Africa too. China is coming into Africa, and they are seeing Biafra, as a major. Because if you look at this, what they published recently, they said the Igbos are the 4th richest tribe in the world.
4th richest?
4th richest tribe in the world. Sixth most traveled. Listen, no, I'm not. You can go sixth most traveled all over the world. So what the world is targeting is the potential that is going to come from the synergy of Biafra joining BRICS among Sahel nations. I think that's where Vladimir Putin is looking at it very well, because Nigeria refused to, and they trying to make a deal. And this deal is connecting the whole world to the quest of recognition of Biafra as a sovereign nation. As simple as that. And then when you see, a calculative attempt by Simon Ekpa, Dr. Rabose, and so many of them, buying into the agenda and trying to attach Russian solidarity to Biafra recognition. That is why you are seeing those latest movements so far. And in celebration to what is to come. So, unfortunately, Tinubu felt disappointed that Macron was not able to convey and convince the American government on how to turn down completely the recognition of Biafra ahead. So, it is not something you are going to see, and now nobody can go to United States of America and begin to say, lobby, congressmen, they should turn down, nothing like Biafra, this and that. We are having people who are already telling the whole world they are coming for Nigeria because of the killing of Christians. You cannot continue. And most recently, the one that has gone viral is the issue of Sunday Jackson. That is being discussed in the White House currently now. So all this thing is that Nigeria created it, and they continue to push for the world a recognition. The world is going to celebrate Biafra, and when Biafra come, I can tell you more than 80 countries of the world is going to endorse that recognition. There's no two ways about it.
Finally, did you ever think that Biafra will truly come? Are you optimistic?
I am.
What do you see?
Because it has been predicted in the Bible. Yes, you go to Daniel. Well, I told you that a kingdom is going to emerge from the Black Africa. It has not come. That kingdom has not come. They call it prince. That kingdom has not come. So that when Tupac was singing, a lot of things, when people say it, we don't look at it from different angles. He said, my fourth will make sure all your kids don't grow. The fourth one there, is the remaining kingdom. We have had three kingdoms already existing. The fourth kingdom is going to come from Africa, and that fourth kingdom is Biafra. Biafra is going. The government of Biafra is going to be different from other system of government we are seeing. So when that kingdom emerges, of course, has been predicted in the Bible, that will align with the concept, the principles of God in heaven. Well, what's the principle? Thy kingdom do what? Come. And that's the concept of the first black Jewish nation in Africa.
Okay, God bless you so much, Mr. Chinedu. Thank you for coming.
Again, they stormed Middle Belt yesterday, Benue preside, and kill a lot of people as it speaks now. 90 people have reportedly died on that single one. And the villagers now, they are running for safety. They are running to Biafra land for safety. But the problem is that even the Southeast, they are running for safety. Is it secured? Because since Namdi Kanu have been stopped not to communicate with Biafrans, it's as if that these Fulani now have the audacity to enter into the Biafra soil and raping women, kidnapping people, do all sorts of things. You can see over the week where the video that was trending like fire, where those women in Enugu were shouting about these Fulani bandits, raping them, killing their husbands, raping their daughters. To the extent that they are even using their stick on their women. And this is what we are saying, we are condemning it. That is no longer acceptable. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if the president is incapacitated to take care of the Middle Belt, let them tell us, so that we can set and defend ourselves. Enough of these shenanigans that these Fulani people are doing. And that's why a lot of people, we have joined our voice. So people say, you wrote and the court are declaring Biafra a terrorist organization. Why these people who are committing this atrocity, these people who are destroying different regions, you keep them. What is the federal government waiting for? What is the court waiting for? Are they now telling us the Fulani they are the owner of the court? Or could it be deleting a man who tried to defend himself? Coincidentally, the Fulani man died and they took the matter to court that they are sending the man death sentence? Are they telling us that Fulani are now the owners of Supreme Court? Is that what they are trying to say? We can no longer keep quiet. We will speak. Because you that kill, the one day you will die. Today, where is Ayo Adebanjo? He has gone to meet his ancestor. Where is Edwin Clark? Edwin Clark has gone to meet his ancestor. Where is Dr. Kpai? He has died and meet his ancestor. You that is interviewing me, even me, likewise one day, every one of us will go This world is like a marketplace. Everyone come to the market to come and buy. Once you are finished with what you came for, you are going. Fulani people that are also killing people and using it to joy, they will definitely die one day. But before somebody will cut your life short, you must do all your possible means to secure yourself. That's why I'm encouraging everybody. Try to defend yourself no matter what the case may be. Because the former president of this country, Buhari, has told Nigeria that the Fulani people that are doing all these atrocities, they are not Nigerians. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if these Fulani who are killing people from the Middle Belt, from Southeast, from Southwest here, they are not Nigerians. Why are you people shading them? Why? Why you allow foreigners to come and kill people in their land